Welcome back, Darwin. You're back again. You talked about this last night. There's an update to the story today about not one but two rescues. We know it's a husband and a wife.
That's right. At first we thought it was a husband rescued twice, but we've just talked with someone at the Mobile Police Department. We found out a little bit more about this, and I'm going to tell you about it as we show the video. First of all, this was what we saw when we arrived at a mobile home court just off Halls Mill Road last night. Halls Mill Creek ran under it. This rescue swimmer, we now know he's Alan Ogle with Mobile Fire Rescue. He was attached to a cable. He swam out there to this guy and plucked him out of the tree, basically, well, put a life jacket on, you'll see this, and he pulls him back across. The firemen pulled them both back across the stream. The stream was very fast moving. It was flowing very quickly. He's yelling there, oh, we're ready, go ahead and pull us. And they do. Now, last night we had learned, we thought from the fire department, they thought that man had gone back to the car that he was swept away from on Halls Mill Road. We now learn from the police department there's a little bit different story now. We learned that according to Mobile Police, his wife was driving the vehicle, encountered the barricades, went around the barricades, according to police, got stuck when the water got deep. She had to be rescued by the police department a few minutes earlier. She left medications in the car, she said, and according to the police, her husband decided to wade out to the car and get them. And that's when he was swept away and was clinging to that tree, hoping for some rescue. And that's what happened last night. Now, this all happened in a trailer, behind a trailer. You see several right there that were already up to their axles, literally, in water. I talked to one of the fellows who lived there. His name is Keith Neese, and this is what he told us about this whole situation, what he saw unfold.
Keith, ordinarily water under your trailer flooding, you'd be the story, but what happened behind you here?
I just woke up, heard someone yelling from behind the ravine, went to the back bedroom window and saw the lady standing there. Then we heard the sirens.
Okay, and then I guess you watched the whole thing unfold here.
Yeah, pretty much.
This place floods fairly frequently, but today it seems really severe.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen this much in here. In about 7 years.
Could you tell that that guy was in trouble over there? Could you hear him?
Yeah, we could hear him.
And she seemed pretty desperate there for a while.
She was. We heard her first, then we could hear him.
Okay, but it turned out okay. And are you guys a little concerned with the water under here? Or are you guys going to be okay?
Not really. It's never gotten in the house.
Okay.
So we should be fine.
I've been to this mobile home court, and last night we went there because I knew it flooded, because we've been there before, but we didn't expect to see a rescue when we got there. I will tell you this, and this was scary on my part. Melvin Todd and I were walking toward the lady who was screaming. We could hear her voice. She was waving a cell phone. We could see it in the dark. And I stepped around one mobile home, and the current just about knocked me off my feet. And that wasn't even in the creek. So you can get an idea of how fast that water was moving.
How powerful.
It just, well, your car will float away. That's why we preach to you about driving in water. It's a terrible thing to do.
And the neighbor should be applauded for his hearing this woman and jumping into action, because it's so easy to say, hey, what can I do?
Yeah.
He got the ball rolling.
Well, and they're very conscious about that creek as well, because they've had it raise up under their trailers many times. So, you know, this is just something they have to live with. And luckily, they weren't flooded last night. But, boy, it sure was close. We could have lost 2 lives last night.
And you know what's very interesting is you hear about the rescues, but when you actually see one, it really takes your breath away.
Because they're so professional. They got out there and you think, why aren't they doing it? Why aren't they doing something quickly? But they're assessing the situation. How can we best do this without losing one of our people and still affecting the rescue? They methodically thought it out, and that's why it went off like clockwork, because they weren't making it up. They knew what to do.
Especially when it's not just one, but 2 rescues.
Uncalled for.
Because someone went around a barricade.
That's what started it all, according to Mobile Police.
All right, we appreciate the update.
Sure.